Do I have to believe there was a literal Adam, guy named Adam, that actually ate a fruit because his wife tricked him with a talking snake? No. That story is true, but it didn't happen. Our theology develops, and it's still developing. As we learn more about what it means to be human, that affects how we understand revelation and incarnation and God. They're inescapable. They're not little things isolated nebulously in this cloud. Everything impinges on everything else in our knowledge.
I must ask you this.
Sure, brother.
I learned from you, sitting here, that there was no original sin. I learned that, listening to you.
That there's no original sin.
Right? The Bible, etc., etc.
Yeah. When did I say there's no original sin?
Sure you did. You told me that Adam and Eve was a myth.
No, that's right. Okay, Joe, so let's look at basic theology. This is a good. Okay, so we understand original sin in multiple senses. We got to be careful that we don't listen to me with an either-or mentality. So, right, and I get what you're saying. So if Adam and Eve are a myth, and Joe has, I love you, Joe, but you have refused to accept the definition of myth I give, which is that which will always be true but never happened. And you have a problem also, Joe, no offense, accepting that all facts are true, but not all truths are facts. So when I say myth, you continue to hold in your mind, Joe, it's like an addiction, brother, that myth means falsehood, lie. So now, going on that way of thinking, which is co-opting my words, if Adam and Eve are a lie, they never had an original rebellion against God, right? Therefore, Bill has said there is no original sin. That's called in arguments a fallacy called a straw man. I never said that. What I said was, Adam is an idea dressed up as a human being. The Bible is all true. Some of it actually happened. From the very beginnings of humankind, there has been a fundamental inauthenticity that was created by human beings from our first original parents, whoever they were. Don't know exactly the circumstances, nobody does. But if I want proof of this, I just have to look around at every human being I ever met, including myself, and I see this fundamental disunity, this fundamental inauthenticity, which in mythological language the church calls sin. Not a sin that I commit, but a sin that I contract, a condition that the human existence is in. It's a horrible, terrible, diseased brokenness that exists in all human beings, in all human communities. Is this not so? Even atheists accept this, that there is something wrong with the whole human picture. There is evil at foot in the world. Do you not see? That's undeniable. And if we begin to think, when was there a time that human beings didn't have this? Perhaps. I don't know how long that lasted. 1 second? 10 million years. I don't know. But from the beginnings of human beings, this inauthenticity has spread out and touches everything. This is what the church is calling original sin. And I do believe in original sin in that theological sense. Do I have to believe there was a literal Adam, guy named Adam, that actually ate a fruit because his wife tricked him with a talking snake? No. That story is true, but it didn't happen. You got what I'm saying? But you know what's beautiful? We talk about that in light of Christ. Christ also happened. And Christ touches, when you have a gong, you touch the gong, and any part of the gong, the whole thing reverberates. Christ has touched the gong of humanity as well. And I would argue that the resounding reverberations of Christ touching the gong are more serious than Adam's. Yes?
All right, so I kind of need a little more explanation on this. Going back to Adam and Eve, right?
Yeah.
I kind of get what you're trying to say is like, whoever put it on a piece of paper, that could be there, the story still happen. Like, can you expand a little more? Like,
That's about it. I mean, I can say that in the beginning, it seems to be from the beginnings of human existence, there has been a fundamental choice for inauthenticity. That choice of inauthenticity may have been and was original human beings' choice, but it is no longer our choice. We are born into the disaster of this. And the way Augustine articulated it had some truth, but was a lot of error in the way he articulated it. He biologizes it, thinks it's transmitted through the semen.
so you acknowledge the story, but you don't know if the names are Adam? I don't know.
No. I acknowledge the truth of the story as understood by Catholic tradition as a Catholic Christian. I don't take the story literally, nor was the story ever taken literally by its original authors, who were not Americans. When Americans read ancient Middle Eastern texts, like Genesis, distortion and misunderstanding inevitably result, whether I'm an atheist American or a Christian American. I think we're going to realize more and more our limitations of words. Even our most solemn proclaimed dogmas have limitations. That doesn't mean we abandon them. It just means they're limited. And I think we need to be aware more and more in this world of ever-shrinking globalism that there are many ways of expressing mystery. None are perfect. None are perfect. I don't know what it's going to be like. It's fascinating. I'm open. Fundamentalism is horrified by that, and that's why fundamentalism exists. It's a negative response to this, what you just laid out for us.
Okay.
It has to be, no, it's my way or the highway.
Fundamentalism has to be in denial that theology develops.
It is. Fundamentalism hates evolution. It has no problem benefiting from technological evolution and using it to spread fundamentalistic nonsense to people's great hurt. But it can't stand the idea